Good morning, Mimi Hikes fans. I wanted to give you a little update as we get close to our next departure from Cascade Locks, heading north. But I wanted to show you a little bit about what it looks like out the back of our house. And no, it's not stormy, it's smoky. So when I say plans, you know what I mean. Flexible plans. Video of the smoke from the Snyder Springs fire that you can see from our backyard. I'm ready to go. Getting boxes ready. I've had several people ask me to kind of show them more where we've hiked and what we want to do and where these places are when I say them. So I thought I'd give a quick little rundown using the map of the PCT. We started on the 10th of April this past spring down at Campo at the border. And we hiked north. And when we got to the San Jacinto, or Section B, I was having significant knee pain and there was a huge storm coming in. So we got off with our good friends Carol and Brian, spent a few days with them. Knee was still hurting, but hopped back on at I-10, or the I-10 if you're in California. Headed north, taking lots of Tylenol and ibuprofen. It eventually got better. And the mile marker that we ended up at was mile marker 485, which is just before the Mojave Desert, Tehachapi. There was a fire closure there. So we got off there. Now, we did, during that time, hop back and hiked the first part of the San Jacinto, about half, about 30 miles. We went around that horrendous rock slide, over and under and through about 60 blowdowns, which we found out were all removed about 2 weeks after we did it. So if you're headed there, much simpler now. So we've done about half. Okay, so let's head up, traveling north through California. Up, and then the trail kind of heads west, north, to east, through Oregon. Excuse me while I move around. So, we were going to start at the beginning of next week, but COVID raised its ugly head. We have to get tested and make sure that we're clear before we take off. So, sometime next week, we're going to start at Cascade Locks, the border of Oregon and Washington. Scott and I will hike north, fires willing, to White Pass, Highway 12, after going through the Goat Rock Wilderness, hopefully seeing something and not just smoke, where he will go bye-bye. And then I plan on, after going home for a day, I think, continuing on by myself, and with him meeting up and providing resupplies and mailing some or what have you, get to the border, and then go back to Arts Pass and exit. So that would be this August and September. So now we'll zip on back south. Hope this doesn't make you dizzy. My mom lives in, where to go? Fresno, where I grew up. And so she's turning 90 this fall. I plan to return or head down there to help her celebrate, and would like to finish up these miles. That's why it says October 2021 in the San Jacinto. And then we also did have to skip. There's a fire closure by Wrightwood or Mount Baden-Powell. We could have hiked up to the top of Mount Baden-Powell and turned back around and gone down. So that closure will not be open this year, but I could run up Mount Baden-Powell. Not really run, but you know what I mean. So that would be this fall. Then next spring, return to where we got off, 485, hike north, and this thing in the square is Kennedy Meadows, the official end of the desert. And we could either get off there, and depending on how early we are and snow conditions, it would be great to continue north and maybe connect this dot here. So in 2017 and 2019, we hiked the John Muir Trail, got off here and climbed Mount Whitney and out to Lone Pine. So there's this little section here. And whether we do it then or later, we'll see. But we can easily get out at Kennedy Meadows and head north. And a lot of people recommend hiking near Sierra City, which is north of Lake Tahoe, south of Lassen Volcanic National Park. A lot of times the snow conditions here are open earlier in the season. Sometimes, and some parts might not be great, but you could start there, head north after flipping up, and then hike through Oregon. And now there is a fire closure near Mount Jefferson, which will most likely still be there. So have to get around that, but then get back to where we started this fall at Cascade Locks. And body willing, fires willing, weather willing, you know, whatever. We could head back, and I would like to head back to wherever we got off down here, Kennedy Meadows, or if it was further north, there's another exit at Horseshoe Meadows, wherever, and then re-hike through the beautiful High Sierra and continue north until wherever we flipped up to. This is Sierra City in this rectangle. So that's the tentative plan. We'd love for you to follow along, and we love your comments and support, encouragements. And so I will be updating starting next week when we get back on the trail, and hope to see you there, or at least you see us. Bye.